Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all will be fine. In previous videos, you have learned about fire, its advantages and disadvantages, and how to make fire and how to put it out. Now in today's video, we are going to talk about some fire that cannot be put out by water. So look into your book. Some fires cannot be put out with water. If water is sprayed onto an oil fire, the oil will float to the top of the water and continue to burn. This can be very dangerous because water can flow quickly, carrying the burning oil with it and spreading the fire. Water should also not be used on fire caused by electrical appliance. The person spraying water might receive an electrical shock and be killed. A carbon dioxide extinguisher is the best thing to fight an electrical fire. So what happens? Whenever fire goes out of control, people just think to put out the fire by water. But in some cases, we cannot put water to stop the fire. So we will discuss about the two major cases where water cannot be used to put out the fire. So the first one is oil fire. Now just think, if there was oil fire, so what you will do if you put water on that fire? What would be? The oil is lighter than water. So when you put water on the oil fire, the burning oil will float on the top of the water, and water will carry that burning oil very quickly. So by this way, what would be? The fire will keep on spreading and it will become very dangerous on that case. So this is the first case where you cannot use water. Now the second one is electrical fire. It means water is also cannot be used to put out an electrical fire, because the person who sprayed water on electrical fire might receive an electric shock and might kill also. So to put out such kind of fire, the best and effective way to stop the fire is carbon dioxide extinguisher. So these are the two cases where you cannot use water. Now look at the next paragraph. We spend millions of rupees each year in fighting fires, and we spend more trying to find new ways of preventing fire from happening and getting out of control. On the whole, we have learned rather well to control fire and put it to good use in our everyday life. So now what happens? In order to use fire as a good friend, good servant, what people are doing, from so many years, millions of rupees is spent on fire fighters. And to know effective way of preventing fire, as you know, it's very important to use fire as a good servant, because if the fire goes out of control, it can cause lots of dangers and problems and result on killing many peoples, and they can also be injured. So it is very important to use fire as a good servant. That's why lots of money is spent on that. Now look into your book. Long ago there were no firemen. When fire broke out, everybody became a firefighter. People formed human chains, they still do if required, and pass buckets of water from a well or a pond to the blaze. Now there are laws about building constructions which ensure that space is left between buildings to reduce the fire risk. Every new building, especially a public place, must ensure observance of fire prevention norms. Bands of firefighting workers with special equipment known as fire brigade are there to put out fires. Firefighters are highly trained people. They possess many skills. They cut off electricity supply, knock down dangerous walls, spray water and other materials to bring fire under control. They are also trained in first aid so that they can help people suffering from burns or from the effects of smokes. So now, what used to happen in earlier time? There were no firemen. So whenever fire got out of control, people used to make human chain. It means they used to stand in a line from well or pond to the fireplace and pass the water buckets to put out the fire, as you can see in the picture of your book. But now in today's time, so many laws are created by the government in order to ensure that the fire can be used as a good servant. So one of them is about building construction, that is to leave space between two buildings to reduce fire risk, and it is compulsory for every new building in public places to follow the rules of preventing fire. And also in today's time there are fire brigades to control and put out the fire. They are not like normal people. They are highly trained and they have many skills to stop fire. They use many special and effective things to control the fire. They are expert to break down the wall and doors to reach the fireplace, and spread waters and other materials such as carbon dioxide extinguisher to put out the fire. They are also well aware of cutting off the electrical supply to stop electrical fire. They are also expert to give first aid to the people suffering from fire. First aid means emergency treatment for injury, usually before regular medical treatment is available. Now look at the last paragraph. The discovery of fire and its uses help early man to cope with nature better and gradually adopt a settled mode of life. Fire is still worshipped in many parts of the world. Fire is indeed a friend, but as we know, it can be a dangerous enemy once it gets out of control. So the discovery of fire and its advantages helped a lot to the early man, and because of this discovery they started using fire in a proper manner and found a settled way of life. And fire was worshipped in earlier time as a god, and now in today's time it is still worshipped in many parts of the world. So if you keep fire under control and use it in a proper way, it will be a good servant and you can take lots of advantages. But if it goes out of control, it will turn into a bad master and can cause lots of mishappening and dangerous. So from this chapter we learned that fire is a very nice friend only when we keep it under control, but when it goes out of control it can be very dangerous enemy. So we should use it very carefully and take all precautions to make fire a good friend. I hope this chapter is very clear to you. Thank you very much for watching this video.